Welcome back to CordcuttersLI, where we help to save you money on your cable bill. Today, I'm going to share with you what I think might be the best sub $100 streaming device available in 2024. Let me introduce you to the Kinhank G1 Android TV streaming box. This thing is loaded with all the specs you want. I'm talking about a fast quad-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage for all your apps, and a whole lot more. In this video, I'm going to put the G1 to the test to see how it streams from all our favorite apps. I'm talking about Netflix, YouTube, TV Mate to Kodi. To wet your whistle just a little bit right from the start, let me say that I have not been this impressed with any streaming device since I bought my first NVIDIA Shield like 4+ years ago. Yes, I am that impressed, and I think you will be too. So if you're ready to see how well this brand new Android TV streaming box performs, sit back, relax, and let's go. Alright, let's take a look at the box, the G1 itself. This is the top of the box. It's all plastic. It's pretty well made. Pretty beefy. It has some weight to it. Definitely not a cheap piece of junk. If you look at the front panel, you have a power button, a power indicator LED, an infrared indicator LED, and a network activity indicator. You turn to the right side of the box. You have two full-size USB 2.0 interfaces, a hole for a reset button, and a micro SD card slot. On the back of the box, you have an old school AV output, you have an HDMI output, you have the Ethernet LAN port. This is 100 megabit, not gigabit, unfortunately. An optical output for, digital to go to a soundbar or, a receiver or whatever. And then the DC power input. On the bottom of the box, you have 4 rubber feet, so it will stay, on the table or wherever you put it without sliding around. So that's pretty cool. It comes with an Ethernet cable, which is kind of rare. You don't see Android boxes, even with Ethernet ports, come with Ethernet cables. So that's kind of nice. Has the power adapter built in. Nice long cord, probably 4, maybe 5 feet long. Plenty of length there. And it comes with your standard Google remote. Very similar to all the other, like the Walmart On device or some of the MeCool devices. This is a black remote, though. It's kind of cool. Most of the other devices come with white standard Google remotes. This one is black, so it's kind of neat. It has 4 dedicated app buttons, one for YouTube, one for Netflix, one for Prime Video, and one for Disney Plus, and all of your other standard buttons. And of course, it does have the Google Assistant button as well for voice control. That's a look at the outside of the box. Now let's take a quick look at the specs before we dig in and see how this thing performs. Alright, so for a quick look at the specs here for the CPU, we have a nice Amlogic quad-core processor. We have 4 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 32 gigs of storage, which should be plenty of storage for all of your apps. The Wi-Fi built in, we have the 2.4G or 5G, as well as Wi-Fi 6, which is the latest and fastest Wi-Fi connectivity. Wired LAN port, you have the 10100 megabit connection there. Official Android TV version 11. This is Netflix and Prime Video 4K certified. A bunch of supported specs. We have 4K HDR, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, AV1, HDR10+, Bluetooth 5.0, and of course Chromecast built in. But what do all those numbers mean if it doesn't perform well, right? And that's what we're going to do next. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in and see how well it performs. Okay, so here we are on the Kinhank G1 Android TV version 11 box. Let's go ahead and up and look at the specs over here. We'll go down to device preferences, and if we go to about, we can scroll down. We could say the device name is G1. We scroll down to Android TV OS version 11, like I said, and if you go down to storage, we can see that I've loaded this up now with a bunch of apps, including, Kodi, a couple of third-party apps, Netflix, YouTube, etc. And I still have available 25 gigs of space. So that 32 gigs that you get with this device probably will be more than enough that you need to install just about all the apps that you'll want. So if we go out to home, let's take a look around the interface. This is the standard Android TV interface. So if you can scroll down, you can see at the top here, we have the menu where you have home. You can go to live, the shop, the stuff they try to sell you, all of your apps here, and hitting the home button. If you go down here, through here, you have this fully customizable page here where if you move over to the left, you can either move this stuff up or down, or you can completely remove it from the list. And then all the way down at the bottom, you can customize to choose the channels that show up on this list. So Android TV is one of my favorite interfaces. Even better than, in my opinion, better than the Google TV interface. This is fully customizable for the most part. You have this favorites bar here that you can show up to 12 of your most commonly used apps. Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do with this here little advert at the top of the screen that's going to scroll through. You can turn off things like, the autoplay and the audio for those things, but for the most part, that stuff is going to stay up there. So now let's quickly go into just to open up a couple of these apps and see how it performs. Let's see how quickly Netflix opens up. Now, lately, I've been having an issue on my NVIDIA Shield, actually, with Netflix kind of stuttering and things like that. I've tested this box out pretty thoroughly over the last few days, and I have to say I've been basically flawless performance when watching stuff on Netflix. No issues whatsoever. I'll briefly go into one of these. I will have to blur the content, but I mean, you can fast forward, rewind, pause, everything as fast as you want. Really, you're not gonna see any buffering at all on this device. Back and forth, no problem whatsoever. It's not gonna stutter. It's not gonna, lag in any way. So that's Netflix. Let's go ahead and hit the home button. Going over to YouTube. Really high quality here. Let's open up the stats for nerds here. We can see right here we have 0 dropped frames. No problem viewing this content whatsoever. Let's open up another one. Once again, no dropped frames whatsoever. Everything is working flawlessly. No lagging, no stuttering. It's perfect here. Now the device I'm plugged into here is only 1080p. It only has full HD capability, but I had this on my 4K TV earlier today, and same results. I've played lots of 4K content here, lag-free, stutter-free, no issues whatsoever. Let's go ahead and close that up. Disney Plus is another one of those apps that I have mixed results on with depending on the device that I install this on. I have it on my son's Google Chromecast HD version, and I get a lot of from time to time I get a lot of hourglass and buffering going on. But I'm just going to go ahead and play something here, and we can see again. We'll have to blur the content because I don't have the license to show this to you. So we go right into this content without any problems whatsoever. No buffering. Let's go ahead and we'll fast forward a little bit here. Let's see. I'll go up to like 10 minutes. So even on my NVIDIA Shield here, when I do this kind of thing on Disney Plus, I fast forward, let's say 5-10 minutes or whatever, and I continue, I'll get 5-10 seconds worth of buffering. Where here it's just very brief little circle here, catching up to where I was, and here we go. It plays just fine. So no problem whatsoever there. Let's leave Disney. Let's go into Prime Video. Again, opens up nice and quick and quite nicely here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Let's see if it keeps up nice with me as well. Jump ahead a couple of minutes. Just a brief little circle here as it catches up to where I'm going. No problems. Let's go ahead and fast forward some more. Let's skip ahead to like 30 minutes in. And we got about a second and a half of a little circle going around, and then boom, right into that content. And really nice picture, super sharp, no issues whatsoever. Again, apologize for the blurring. I have to do that for YouTube's sake, but no issues playing this content whatsoever on all of these apps. Let's jump into Kodi. I have a couple of videos that I've added to the USB port here. I've got a USB, I think it's 120 gig or so drive on the USB port, one of the USB ports that are on this device. And let's go ahead and let's open up this content. This is where I was really impressed with a USB. It's only USB 2.0, but yet I can fast forward here, watch back and forth, no problem, zero buffering. I can jump up 10 minutes, jump back 10 minutes. I mean, I dare you to try this on your Fire Stick. Up, down, 10 minutes at a time. It's just, it keeps up with me as fast as I can click here. This is super impressive. Really, really impressed with all the streaming apps I've tried this on. When it comes to third-party apps, absolutely you can sideload apps on this device. I've installed a couple here. They all work just fine. Let's go into, I'll show you a brief demo of live TV using TV Mate and how quickly we can change channels from one to the next. Again, blurring the content, but watch how quickly we can change from channel to channel. This is as close as you're going to get to the real, multi-$100 per month cable television experience. So there you go, a pretty quick look at the Kinhank G1 Android TV 11 streaming box. This is available on Amazon in the US and in the UK. I'll put some links in the description below. The nice thing about this, you don't have to go to one of these Chinese websites and get, the box and have to pay for shipping and wait, an extended period of time. This is available on Amazon, so therefore your Amazon Prime membership will get free shipping to your house quickly. They are in stock. If you do give one of these a try, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the box and how it compares to some of the previous streaming devices that you've had. So with all that being said, if you enjoyed anything you saw here today, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, share this and all of your favorite CordcuttersLI videos with your friends. This not only helps to get my video shown to more people on YouTube, it also helps to support the channel. Thanks so much for watching.